Good morning everyone. Today's the 3rd of April. It's like 7:10 a.m. I uploaded a video earlier today of me last night. Yesterday on the 2nd, on my 24th day, I was just so exhausted. Not physically but mostly mentally, just drained, foggy, and I felt as though trying to keep making videos and update everything every day was draining me, which it was, but I guess what it really was that there were certain things on my routines that I was skipping out just so I can record things, because I'm so not, I've mentioned this before, but I'm so not used to uploading stuff online or just being on social media, period. Like, I very, very rarely watch anything on my phone. My phone is just a device for me. Well, it's more of a tool for me, and like, I would only watch a YouTube video if something within me said, okay, I need to do research in this, or I need to fix something. So it's very rare that I follow any content, whether it's news, someone else's stories. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing against it. I have it, I'm not addicted to it. It's exactly on the contrary, I'm just so disconnected from it, and I'm so sensitive and easily affected, like even by the music I listen to, by the frequencies. Like, I don't listen to much music. I would literally only listen to music at work. I usually listen to the nature, some binaural beats to adjust my frequency, and a lot of classical music. I love instruments, but there are like very rare, like once or twice a month, where I listen to some music, and it can range from anything. It could be electronic to Kurdish to Turkish to Spanish to rap. Very rarely rap, depending on what they're talking about. Again, the frequency is something I become very sensitive to. So yesterday I didn't take a cold plunge for the first time in a little while. I know I'd skipped like one day so far from this fast, or two, but you know, I keep my room warm, but being this far into the fast, your body cannot even warm up in a cold, your body cannot even warm up in a warm room. It needs warmth. So when I did my plunge, not yesterday, the day before, I ended up having to, my body felt so stressed and drained after. I can feel it affecting my emotions quickly, which is something that's never happened before. So then I went into the warm shower, took a nice hot shower, and you realize the difference at this stage of fasting, where no matter how hot things get, almost burn you in the beginning, that they don't feel as hot within a few seconds. Your body's that cold. So yesterday I was emotionally drained, was upset with a few things. Everything was upsetting me. I was just too sensitive. And I took my time away from, I did a bit of editing, but I did mostly more things that were disconnected. Like, I did a quick edit and uploaded a video, and then I just kind of pondered off into like organizing my files, because I had a lot of stuff I needed to organize, a after I took the time to do that, I felt like it was time for myself. But in between that, I did a lot of breathing, getting into that meditative state, finding that stillness. And then I took a really hot bath with loads of Epsom salts. I was sweating. Felt like a sauna. Was careful with the hydration. That was nice little shower, and then did my routine to bed. I'm supposed to have a volunteer job today. I really do want to go because it's a kitchen assistant job. We help the community. There's a lot of people who need that come there to eat. Marion is a lovely elder Filipino lady. She's we get a lot of donations from different stores, and a lot of the meat and produce is quality. We cook food for like 100 or more people. Marion gets me to work on the fire a lot of the time. The last few times I worked there, I wasn't fasting in my energy. Well, I was doing like a 2-day fast on my first one, then the next 2 I did, I wasn't fasting, and she really wanted to hire me because I was helping and she needed that as her assistance away. Well, my situation in Canada is complicated. You know, they have all my papers. They don't allow me to legally work, but they know I have to work to survive. It's still really complicated when you're an activist, and I'm contemplating. I'm quite ambivalent regarding whether I should go today, because this deep into your fast, you really need to be gentle with everything. And having allowed myself to warm up and relax, you realize how deeper into yourself you are, and that being in the gentle and subtle way of things allows your inner emotions to flow where they are super sensitive at this stage, and any sort of tension and stress is amplified and very draining, to say the least. So I'm not sure if I will go. If I do, I'll take some footage, but I will let her know I'm tired and I don't want to just be there and not be able to help at my fullest, or even half, because honestly right now, being on my 25th day of the fast, I'm coming to notice how much more sensitive I am, and how my energy has really reached this point where it's on its last bit of its reserves, and I still have 15 days to go, which isn't a short period, so I need to be very careful and vigilant with where my energy goes. But yes, I will, so I have reached that point in my life where technology is my tool. I did even mention in one of my earlier talks where let's not blame technology or anything, let's not throw the buck. It's within us. If we believe that something is hurting us, nothing out there is there to intentionally hurt us. They're all a byproduct of what we are as humans, and everything can be utilized as long as you're set straight and you're aligned. So I will continue to document, as that's my duty, a part of my duty, share my experience, as nothing I do is just for myself. Love you all. I thought I wouldn't have cravings on this day, but I was just reading a book and I fell asleep, and I was eating these little thin chips, and I could literally, because I'm half asleep and pretty much still awake, I can feel myself crunching down on my own teeth. And there's a smell downstairs which is only making it harder. So I'm trying to stay away from people eating food now, as much as I have crazy discipline and know how to fool myself. I still do, deep down, subconsciously, crave food. It's day 25. I'm just at the cemetery, the closest thing to a park near my house. I needed to get out a little bit. My energy was really low while I was reading the book and I fell asleep. Half awake, dream state, but hearing everything that's going on. I was lucky to chat to the woman I love dearly, which gave me great energy. Mostly, you need to be careful with this energy, because this deep into the fast, you can fool yourself. Physically, you don't have much, but you're so inflamed by the emotion. So, also got to meet one of my favorite people, and my roommate Sean, who happened to be in the living room, so I got to spend some time with him. My energy is incredibly limited, and I need to be careful. And I know I said I won't make videos, but this is just personal, and I probably will upload it as I said I would. But you know, when you reach a certain place within yourself, there's only so much you can share. There are only so many words. By a urge, all that are in the search for truth. To not stop searching for knowledge, but to polish one's heart. Allow it to fill. And have your intuition, your higher mind, and your polished heart mirror the image of the knowledge, as all we seek is inside us. So it's day 25. Just came from outside. I had to leave the house for a little bit. So I was at the cemetery near my house, as it's the closest thing to a park. There was a lot of sorrowful energy naturally, but I needed to be out. It was windy. I love feeling that wind on my face. I have a little scooter that gets me around. It's fun being on that. And yeah, I've been very reserved with my energy, as I should be, and I've also understood or come to that place where I need to be very heartful with how my disciplined manners are, as I'm somewhat very stubborn when it comes to being disciplined. And for instance, it's been a great battle for me in not taking the cold plunges. Day 25, like yesterday, even though I didn't take the plunge, the night prior to that, when I woke up, I was freezing all night in a room that was 29 degrees, and I had thick layers of wool, a thick blanket, so my body's my body's talking to me. And for someone like me who has that level of discipline and is stubborn with their discipline, I reached that point where I had to learn to listen to my body and not allow my intuition to become stubbornness, because that is how intuition does work. When it's not allowed to flourish, it can very easily just become stubbornness. But having taken everything out of my mind in having to, record myself daily or edit videos and pop it up daily, has allowed me to be free. And I'm just doing this completely heartfully. Day 25, it's, 3rd of April, it's like 8:20, and going back into my routine, this monastic lifestyle I live, the importance of waking up and recollecting your dreams, writing about them, because what you see and how your brain expresses it initially is never what you feel, in the sense of meaning, this reality that we live in. My dreams only make sense once I start writing about them, as clear as they may be. I'm happy I invested in an Apple Watch, because I could press one button, as I've got my voice notes on one of these quick accesses, which is right here. All I have to do is press this and I record my dream or what I saw, and once I'm up, I can recollect all that. Most of the times, I would say around 85 to 90% of the time, I remember my dreams, and once I start writing about them, then you start to get this, although the story is this, the meaning subconsciously to how it connects to you is very different a lot of the time, and it holds deep information about where you are, how you feel, what your desires are, and taking away the priority of recording uploading, putting that aside has allowed me to be back in myself and naturally find that happiness of living, no matter how far into this fast I am. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped this rule within myself of I need to upload every day. I'm someone who likes to share his experience firstly with himself, and this is why I'm recording. I've always recorded myself. I've always talked about my experience, whether it's through recording, whether it's with friends, whether it's with customers at the bar, and that's how I want this to be, a more natural, just flowing thing rather than, yeah, every day I need to update. I'm definitely doing, a lot of my close friends are trying to convince me maybe 30 days is enough. What do you think? The woman I feel deeply for as well, I'm not going to be able to spend time with her on my birthday, which I promised initially I'll do 30 days. So there's been complications with people I'm close to, but the heart knows what it wants, and honestly I'm at such a blissful stage, but intuitively I know that I'll be breaking my fast on my birthday, where I will have slight liquids like some diluted juice, nothing with protein till the second or third day, so no broth till the second or third day, and feel things out. Like I've asked ChatGPT, for instance, how I should eat, but I'll take them as tips and feel my way through this, getting myself back into the eating process. Because again, my energy is fluctuating, it's up and down, and it's very mood based, and you can get that feeling from just being wholesome with nature and giving it time and appreciating every breath you take, every wind that blows, every bird that chirps, every time the sun touches your skin, or every time you seeing the clouds move, dance, appreciating those small things, seeing the God in all those small things resonates so deep into some more purposeful love. And I know I'm a deep person when it comes to living like this, but I've always been this. My grandfathers were this. They all got prosecuted for being like this. In the near future, if I ever get to do a long chat with someone, I'll get more into this, because their level of mysticism is ancient Anatolian mysticism. They were visited by the Vatican, for instance, there's a lot of people that have talked about this in Turkey as to why, and they're non-secular. We're non-secular Kurds, non-Semitic, and there's a lot of secrecy behind our history, and I understand why very clearly, but that history exists within the West, within this civilization, and I believe that's why I'm in Canada. I love this country, I love the States, I love what they stand for, and most importantly, I see the future, and I have great know as to where my place is here, and everything that's happening or that's been done is aligning to exactly that.